course, we are celebrating a huge milestone this year, 40 years of Fantasy of Trees.
And while, yeah, things have changed over the years, it has always stayed true to its mission. Of course, celebrating the spirit of the season and also helping our area children.
They say the more things change, the more things stay the same. After all, just take a look at what Fantasy of Trees looked like back in 1989. Okay, so maybe the fashion has changed, but the spirit of the season has always been the star of the show.
It's just magical when you walk in. I think that's the feeling you get. It's amazing to me how you take a very bland venue when you walk in a matter of 48 hours, it's transformed to Winter Wonderland.
We enjoyed it so much that we come back every single year.
Janice Davis is a longtime volunteer for Fantasy of Trees. In fact, she's only missed 1 year, the very first year in the past 4 decades. But once she decided to give of her time, time was no longer a factor. She calls her volunteer hours love hours.
If you've ever walked down those halls over at the hospital and you see those babies laying there and suffering and having problems, you think, gosh, what can I do? Anything that I can do to help one of these children. And we are so very proud that the money that we raise goes directly to the hospital and the care for these children.
Fantasy of Trees raises money to buy equipment for East Tennessee Children's Hospital, bringing in $1.8 million last year alone. And none of it would be possible without the 10,000 volunteers who bring the magic of the holidays to life for families across East Tennessee.
These people give their time, countless hours to support Children's Hospital, and they don't complain. There are people who spend 12 and 14 hours a day at that event, and they don't complain. They never complain about how much work it takes or how long they've been there, or they've taken time away from their jobs and their families to help us. And it's just incredible to me how grateful we are that they do that. And I am touched by that because it's amazing, and we wouldn't have it if we didn't have them.
There is just so much fulfillment in going down there and knowing that you're a part of something bigger and something better and something that you know is beneficial to many, many people.
For a moment, it takes away that pain that they probably are suffering, but it takes that away, and it gives the parents a little hope too, But for those children, they come here and takes them away from that for a little bit, and that's rewarding.
You can imagine all of the hard work that goes into planning an event like this and doing it for now 40 years. I'm told basically planning for the following year starts the day after this year is over.
Oh, I believe it. There's so much planning that has to go into this, so many tiny details.
Absolutely.
Too.